Hello again guys, so here we are, out on the brand new Indian Scout Bobber, and I must admit I've only been riding this for about 10 minutes so far. It is a lovely bike, it's fantastic. So for those who don't know, a bobber is basically just a cruiser motorcycle that has had all the unnecessary weight stripped down off it to make it lighter and therefore make it faster. And whilst when we pull over in a minute I'll show you a few things that I think could still be removed or changed on this bike, they have certainly removed a lot of weight from it. It's so light for a cruiser, it's unbelievable. I mean, the most recent cruiser I've ridden, well obviously I rode the Honda Rebel, but before that the most recent big cruiser I've ridden was a Victory Hammer S, and that weighs so much more compared to this. Interesting little thing actually, for those who don't already know, Indian motorcycles are owned by Polaris, who also own Victory motorcycles. Now, Victory motorcycles have been discontinued in favour of concentrating more on the Indians and a few of their other brands that were more popular. So there you go, that's a bit of interesting side news for you. But going back to the bike, yeah, so this thing is a stripped down bare bones motorcycle. It's got absolutely nothing unnecessary on it. It's not even got a passenger seat, there's no storage, no nothing. And the idea is that it takes you back to the basics of what it is to ride a motorcycle. You know, forget about trying to go touring, forget about strapping a tent to the back or whatever, forget anything else. Forget your life outside of riding a motorcycle, because when you're on this bike, all that matters is you and the machine. And that's what it's all about. This is not a bike that you buy for an everyday run around. This is not a bike you buy as a, you know, go to work. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you can't, obviously you can, but realistically, if you're going to buy this particular bike, you're going to buy it because on a weekend or whenever you want to just get out on a bike and ride. And this is great for it. Now, the engine in this thing is a 69 cubic inch or 1150cc V-twin, liquid cooled, fuel injected, produces somewhere between 95 and 100 horsepower, and has around about 100 newton meters of torque, which means that it feels like it's got a mountain of power. It is really beastly. Right, let's overtake this lorry. God, Jesus. Oh, that feels good. Oh, she's got some grunt behind her, she really has. I'm absolutely loving this colour as well. I mean, this is, I don't know what the official name for it is, but this is matte black. And it's, oh, it's like a stealth fighter. This is awesome. Well, the engine really does have a good grunt to it. It feels fantastic. It's not too bad either. It's relatively smooth as well. It's definitely a very nice place to be on this bike. It's very comfortable to sit on as well. The riding position is, well, I've said this before in most of my videos, I'm about 6 foot, and the riding position on this is very, very comfortable actually. I'm very happy. It's very comfortable indeed. Right. Open her up a little bit more. Gosh, Ruth. I'll tell you what, even in 6th gear, just the pull on this thing is incredible. It's got so much low down grunt because 100 horsepower for a 1200cc engine is not a massive amount. But 100 newton meters of torque, that's a lot of grunt. For a bike that weighs, I would say, about the same as a 400. Oh, this is a beast. This is an absolute beast. I'll tell you what, I really, really like this. Right, let's go for another overtake, shall we? Oh, you beast. Oh. I mean, it's not that it would accelerate like a super sport bike or anything, but you just feel like it's got so much pull to it. It's Yeah. Oh, I'm addicted to this throttle now. I just want to keep opening it up, it's great. Oh my god. It's immense. Right, well anyway, enough larking about. Let's go pull over and have a proper look at the old girl. Oh, you beauty. You absolute beauty. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's go up here. Oh yes. Some more of that, please. Right. What we got up here? Should be able to pull over up here somewhere. Yep, just over there will do. I'm actually gonna stick it over on the grass here a minute. Right, there's neutral, there it is. Right, so, yeah, I mean, just looking around it, it's a gorgeous bike. It's not got the highest ground clearance in the world, but again, it's kind of designed for straight line speed. It's not really designed for cornering that much, although having said that, when I was riding it around the town just now, the handling is absolutely fine on it. These big tyres are very reassuring. It's got fantastic grip. I didn't really have any complaints driving around the town. It's perfectly fine, to be honest. I don't think it's got a massive lean angle on it. You wouldn't want to try and lean it too far around the corners because those pegs obviously are quite low to the ground, but this isn't really the sort of bike you're going to do that with. So yeah, let's just have a look around. Now, this horrible bit of scaffolding on the back here is a European regulation. It doesn't have to be there in the UK. The dealership does, they do have the side mounts for the number plate available, so you know most people are probably going to take that off anyway. So the rear lights here, we've got the indicators, brake lights and everything else all built into these units here. So again, it reduces weight by having everything just in those little units. Nice knobbly tyre at the back there as well. Got belt drive. Dual suspension arms, of course. Got lovely big disc brakes front and back. The only thing is, there's a couple of things with this bike that I'll point out. So the first thing is that I don't know if you can see this very well. Let's see if I can get under here and see it. Nah, not really. Well, the rear caliper is actually down the bottom there, so I have a feeling a lot of crap from the road will probably get up into that, but as long as you keep an eye on it, it's not too much of an issue. The other thing is, because obviously it's cut down, because you know, the mudguards are cut down, it does make the exhausts look quite long. But the thing is, it's also very quiet. So the first thing you're probably going to want to do with this is change the exhaust over to a lighter and probably louder version. That'll obviously reduce more weight and make it sound even more beastie. What else have we got? So yeah, this front cowling here is something that doesn't necessarily need to be there, but the thing is it actually adds a bit of aerodynamics to the bike, so I would be tempted to leave that as is. Again, with the front, I don't know what make that caliper is, but it's just a standard. It's, you know, but it does a very good job anyway. Got this nice big radiator at the front here. I really like that grille. I like the design of this in general, actually. The only thing is, at the front here, this brake hose, especially when it's going up and down, is likely to rub. I think they probably could have done a little bit better with the design of that, but apart from that, it's a very well put together machine. I really quite like it. Yeah, so the seat, again, this is a cut down version of what you'd get on the Scout, so obviously it reduces a bit of weight. It is quite small when you sit on it, but it's not uncomfortable. It's actually very, very comfortable, so that, again, isn't a bad thing. It's just shaved a little bit of weight off of it without really compromising the comfort in any way, which, again, is pretty good. All in all, I think they've done a really fantastic job of this. Certainly looks very good. Let's get the gas started up again so you can hear the exhaust. Yeah, so it's very, very quiet. But again, I don't know many people that would buy this bike that would actually keep it as is. No, she's great. You alright? Yeah, alright. Yeah, she's fantastic. Good. Right, let's get back out on her. Actually, what time is it now? Oh, probably about time we took her back to the shop, I think. Do 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 do. Oh, she's low. Anyway. Right, yeah, let's take her around some more twisty bits. As I say, she's not really designed for twisty roads as such, but she does feel quite good in them. I'd certainly say that compared to the Victory Hammer, which was really quite difficult, especially around sharper corners, this bike feels a lot more manoeuvrable, which again is going to be a good thing. Just makes it a bit more usable. Like, I know I said it's not really that practical, and it's obviously a bare bones machine that's designed, you know, just for the fun of riding, but you could use this every day. You know, if you just had a backpack or something to carry your stuff with you, you could use this for pretty much anything. And it's certainly one of the few cruisers that I've ridden that I would say is usable in the UK on most of our roads as well. I mean, these big knobbly tyres, I wouldn't say this would be great for going off-road. I mean, it's got big knobbly tyres, yes, but it's also got very low ground clearance and isn't really designed for it. It'll go along a gravel track if you want to park off-road somewhere, but, you know, don't go taking this off-road properly. But our shitty English roads with their potholes and everything else, this is pretty good for, actually. The suspension's really good as well. It really soaks up the bumps quite nicely. Yeah, overall I'd say it's a very, very comfortable bike. I like this a lot. I do like this a lot. Right, I'll get out of here. We'll go for another quick blast down there, and then I'll leave it at that, I think. Right, off we go. Right, let's see what she'll do. Whew. Oh, you beast. I feel like an absolute bloody hooligan on this, I tell you. I said that about the Rebel 500, but that was only a 500. This is a bloody 1200. Beastie. Oh, actually, one last thing. When I was riding the Victory, I did actually feel like I was going to be pulled off the back of the bike when I started going faster. I'm not getting that with this at all, actually. So, yeah, I like that as well. I like that it's not trying to pull me off when I open the throttle. Right, there we go, one last little flat. There, that'll do. That'll do. Got to be sensible, it's not my bike. I wish it was. I'd actually quite like to have one of these sitting in my garage. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll buy one, but yeah, for now I better stick to the more practical things. I think I could get myself into a bit of trouble with this. Oh well, there you go. So anyway guys, yeah, I'll leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed this little sort of first test ride. If you did, please do give it the old thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Come check out my other reviews and videos and bits and bobs. And yeah, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. and I'll catch you again soon.